It is the recognition of a policy that was in place for over 30 years to make that happen. The interesting thing is, if you go back to the statement, let me go back to what Josh Earnest said earlier this week. And they said, well, you know, was Gaddafi an ally? And he says, well, you know, there were certain times where he's an ally, there were certain times when he wasn't, you know, but in sum, he was a bad guy. And it's kind of like, well, that's an interesting way of looking at it. If you take what he did before 2003 and you take what he did after 2003, we now have a new president in town that says, this is a bad, you know, the scale here is negative, we need to take him out. Whereas the whole time he was a bad guy, under Reagan, under Bush, Clinton, no one ever thought about taking him out. The only time we thought about taking him out was after 2003, where he was an ally that actually started to level the scale a little bit. And so in total, people can reach different conclusions as to whether he was a good guy or a bad guy. But the bottom line is, when we decided to take him out, he was doing everything we had asked him to do and had been doing it for 8 or 9 years. In helping, as Frank said, to develop a broad strategy of isolating and confronting the threat that we face today. A situation where 14 years after 9/11, we are worse strategically than where we were on 9/11. The threat to us, to our allies in Israel, to Western Europe today is greater than what it was today, than what it was. It's greater today than what it was then.